Next, I'm going to go into the Q&A section of the most common questions that I saw online for this litter lens. Starting with question 1, will the litter lens work with automatic litter boxes? Yes. This litter lens you can either put on a wall facing into the litter box, or you can actually put it on the wall of the actual auto litter box and just make sure that it's pointed down so that way the lens can see the litter itself. Question 2, how long does the battery last if it's not plugged in? So with typical use, they say that the battery will last for 1 month. Like I said, if your cat is using the litter box mostly at night, or you have a lot of cats coming in and out at night, it is going to use the nightlight more, and that will drain the battery faster than 1 month. Next question, what kind of health issues can it flag? So this camera can detect if there are changes in frequency of usage. That could be signs of urinary issues like a UTI. It can also monitor your cat's stool, which would be monitoring for GI issues as well. Does this camera identify which cat is using the litter box? Yes. This camera is able to detect which cat is using the litter box, and it'll separate out the data by cat. Question 5, do I need to pay for a subscription? No, like we discussed before, the basic functions of the app are available for free. If you want the upgraded versions, you do have to pay for the app. That would be things like the stool monitoring, the AI facial recognition, and being able to look back on the footage more than 3 days. For those, you would have to upgrade to the paid version of the app. Next question, how do I install it and set it up? So this comes with a mount with an adhesive. You just kind of stick it on the wall and then let that dry for about 1 hour, they say, and then you're going to mount the camera onto that mount. I found that it was really easy to set up. Just make sure that you have it set high enough so that way you can really get a good angle of the litter box itself. Next question, can I view live footage? Yes, with this litter lens, you can watch live footage of your cat inside of the litter box. It will also record the times when your cat is in the litter box. And like I said, with the free version of the app, you can watch back up to 3 days of your cat's usage. Next question, tell me about the privacy mode. Will this camera film everything? So I found that this camera worked really well in detecting only when the cats were actually in the litter box, and that's when it would record. Like when I was scooping the regular litter box, it didn't turn on and start recording me. It seemed to really detect the cats well, and that's the only time when it records, is when a cat is in the litter box. What about cleaning and durability? So this device is super durable. I was actually quite surprised, and you can wash it, so you can rinse this off in order to clean it. Last question, will this replace going to the vet? No. This type of device is really helpful for health monitoring for your cat, but it does not replace a vet visit. If you are tipped off to any abnormal behavior from your cat from this camera, it would be recommended that you bring your cat to the vet. Again, this camera will sense changes in your cat's frequency of using the litter box. It will detect if they have abnormal behaviors in the litter box, and it will detect if there are any changes in stool frequency or texture. Any significant changes in those would be a sign that you should bring your cat to the vet. So this is really helpful as sort of first-line health monitoring for your cat, and it can help to tip you off if there are changes in your cat's litter box usage. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you found this helpful.